So, Caleb's birthday was this month, which means it's time to plan another birthday party for a fictional character! We did this for Silas's birthday back in April, and it was a lot of fun, so we did it again for Caleb! And if anyone's confused, I recommend watching that video first. It'll make sense, I promise. Before we begin though, I want to give a big shout out to everyone who tagged me in pictures of their own character-themed celebrations and friend outings. They genuinely make my day, and I'm really happy I could help inspire anyone to add some whimsy to their life. So without further ado, here's how Caleb's birthday party went down. As per usual, the birthday trailer dropped a few days beforehand. Alright ladies, you know the drill! What can we take from this? Living room sleepover setting? Check. Blue and orange balloons? Check. Oranges? Check. Apples? Check. Wait, what the hell is that? So apparently, the candy tin featured in the trailer was based off these same tins from the brand Cavendish and Harvey. I'm not the biggest fan of hard candies or lemon flavor, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought this candy looked like something that you'd find sitting on grandma's coffee table. But it was the star of the show in the card trailer, and that meant I had to get it for our party. And apparently, everyone else in the world had the exact same idea, because the same day I placed an order for a 3-pack, all listings for it ended up being completely sold out. Everyone wanted this peepaw candy. Our crafty Queen Kaori unfortunately could not join us for this sleepover since she was going to be away that weekend, but she printed and cut out these adorable forgiveness coupon stickers based on the same ones from the game. Since that meant I now had space for one more person, I invited my friend Edusha, who is also a fellow Caleb fan. And I requested she bring folded paper cranes to decorate the table with, just like the ones from the birthday trailer. And just like last time, Sam was on cake duty. She managed to find this super cute chocolate cake with candied oranges and blueberries, which perfectly matched the color scheme that we were going for. She also had the fun idea of bringing sparkler candles for the cake, because Caleb's always involved in some kind of life-threatening explosion in the game, to the point where it's become kind of a meme.
I like it. This is safe, right?
This is safe.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wow, that's
Intense.
wow. So when does it go out?
That's a good question.
When does it go out?
The candles did state that they were safe for indoor use, by the way. We definitely had our doubts, though. In the game, one of the fun facts MC has listed for Caleb is, before he left, Caleb used to be my personal chef for the longest time. His braised chicken wings were my absolute favorite. So of course, I had to try making Coke braised chicken wings for our dinner. I also tried making stir-fried egg and cucumber, since that was one of the dishes featured in the main story when he was first introduced. I was a little nervous about messing it up, and at one point, I did actually have to restart the sauce because I accidentally used Coke Zero instead of regular Coke, which would not have worked out. But once I corrected that mistake, it ended up being a lot easier than I expected. So if anyone wants to try making either of these, I will link the recipes I followed in the description. Both dishes turned out pretty good, and they got Didus' seal of approval, so I'm looking forward to making this for dinner more often. Dinner was served with rice and sliced oranges, and for our second dessert, we had candy apples that I picked up from a candy apple shop earlier that day. Sam requested cinnamon, Edisha requested matcha, Deru requested hojicha, and I got myself the plain candy apple flavor. And who could forget the highly coveted Cavendish and Harvey hard candies? These were honestly just okay. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of hard candies. I just got these for the party, and I actually ended up giving the rest of the tins away. Edisha and I made a summoning circle so we could pull for Caleb's birthday cards together, and once they were successfully acquired, we finished playing through both the birthday event and the new birthday card on the living room TV.
Want from me? I'm not really from me. What do you think?
I don't think changing clothes is enough to make me yours, you know.
He leans in, wraps part of his clothes around me, and nuzzles my cheek.
This outfit is too new. It needs your scent.
What?
You're not the only one who wants to make up for old regrets.
I slide the birthday card. I've been working on it for days.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm always like that.
The voice voice acting goes hard. I pull up the photo. Oh, Gideon.
Hey! Hey!
Sorry.
Hey!
Sorry.
I mean, same, but...
I like it. I really do. This
Let him finish!
He
is
hasn't
the
even been
best
in the
birthday
line.
I've ever had.
But back then, I never thought about how the sun might feel a little lonely since it's up there by itself. Sorry.
Valid.
See, this is how you draw me in every time without fail.
Before we went to bed, I decided to try making homemade apple jam, which was a reference to the apple jam mentioned in Caleb's floating floral letter card. In the morning, I prepared a simple breakfast of toast and eggs, which was taken directly from his exclusive aftertaste card, with, of course, the homemade apple jam made the night before, which actually turned out pretty tasty. And I know the apple soda recipe is like a big part of the exclusive aftertaste card, but at this point in the morning, I was running on like 4 hours of sleep, and I realized too late that I completely forgot to buy soda water the day before. So you know what? Everyone's getting hot coffee instead. We needed the caffeine anyway. We ended up taking an extra hour to get ready because Raphael's new Myth trailer happened to drop that same morning, and we had to rewatch it like 3 times. Sorry, Caleb. This trailer was gorgeous, by the way. Our jaws were on the floor. So in Love and Deep Space, the amusement park is a setting that comes up several times in Caleb's story, usually representing a dreamlike escape from reality. So for today's outing, we decided to spend the day together at the Tokyo Dome amusement park. I unfortunately didn't record much footage from this day because number 1, it was raining, and number 2, most of the girls in our group are pretty private about their lives and faces, and I didn't want to make anyone uncomfortable by filming everything, so you'll just have to take my word for it when I say it was a really fun time. Coincidentally, there was actually a cosplay festival happening at Tokyo Dome on the same day, so there were a lot of cosplayers walking around the park, which was so much fun to see. At one point, we all rode the Viking, which is one of those swinging boat thrill rides, and there happened to be a Xavier cosplayer in front of us sitting by themselves, and for the entire duration of the ride, while we were screaming our heads off, they were sitting there stone-faced with zero reaction. And then when the ride was over, they politely clapped, which felt very in character for Xavier, and I have no idea if they were doing that on purpose, but we were very impressed and amused at the commitment to the bit. For dinner, we shared some delicious dim sum, and then we parted ways after a lengthy coffee chat. And that's how we celebrated Caleb's birthday. These are always so much fun because it's just a good excuse to get together and get everyone's creative juices flowing. Because you know what's more fun than just saying, let's go to the amusement park? Saying, let's go to the amusement park for a character's birthday. In theory, it does sound ridiculous, but in practice, honestly, it's a blast. Anyways, we'll be doing this again in September for Zane's birthday, so you'll get a nice Love and Deep Space cleanse until then. Well, actually, I have like one more Love and Deep Space related video coming up in July for my Anime Expo vlog, but that's it, okay? I didn't do it on purpose, okay? This is just how the timing ended up, I swear. See you at AX, goodbye!